Hello, everybody. Shell Shock here, and I am Weird News. So, there's one southern state in particular that always comes to mind when you're thinking of states down south that always have weird crap going on. Yes, I am talking about Florida. Oh my. And Florida is always in the news because some dumb crap is happening there. And I was looking up some of the greatest Florida man hits. We have coming in at number 14, Florida man threw live gator through Wendy's drive-through window. Because of course he did. We have my personal favorite. Florida inmate insists that syringes pulled from his rectum aren't his. Wow. At least he stuck to his story. Poor guy was arrested for Mary Jane possession when the syringes were removed during a body screening, though he remained adamant that the needles were not his. He was slapped with additional charges for trying to bring them into the prison in his butt. Drunken Florida man on Segway charged with DUI. Florida man tries to evade arrest by cartwheeling away from cops. No way he was drunk. Florida man calls 911, says he needs a ride to Hooters. Florida couple trapped in unlocked closet for 2 days. Wow. And in honor of all of these amazing Sunshine State moments, I bring you the Florida Man Games. They have actually gotten together to cheer competitors on for evading police and wrestling over beer. They rose up by the dozens from across Florida. Caricatured competitors in tank tops and cut-off shorts for a showdown that treats evading the police and wrestling over beer like Olympic sports. This is so stupid. Promoted as the most insane athletic showdown on earth. Well, that is a lofty claim. The Florida Man Games poke fun at the state's reputation for bizarre stories that involve brawling, drinking, gunfire, reptile wrangling, and other antics carrying a risk of time in jail or intensive care. The games kicked off Saturday with the Star Spangled Banner played on an electric guitar, as it should be. Then spectators sipped canned beers behind metal barricades, cheered, and frequently shouted expletives as a dozen teams battled in contests inspired by real events from America's most surreal state. Oh my gosh. One of the contestants says, "I've lived in Florida my whole life. They're calling these events. I'm calling this Tuesday afternoon." One event had contenders dueling in muddy water in an inflatable pool, pummeling each other with weapons made from pool noodles and duct tape. Another was a theft simulation relay in which competitors raced while toting a pair of bicycles, copper pipes, and catalytic converters. As you do. Larry Donnelly trained for the relay race by riding a bicycle around his neighborhood with a second bicycle strapped to his back. It paid off Saturday when he won his heat after picking up a bike in each hand and running with them. Other events involved contenders wrestling sumo style while holding pitchers of beer or running from actual sheriff's deputies while jumping fences and avoiding obstacles. Others faced a scramble to grab cash flying in simulated hurricane winds. Organizer Pete says we kind of give a person an opportunity to live a day in the life of Florida man without ending up in the back of a cop car. That's a sentiment I can get behind. Apparently, though, organizer Pete had to tone it down a little. Some of the racier aspects of the Florida Man games were too spicy for the permit giving people powers that be. Pete says there's typically drugs and nudity, but the city frowned on it when I asked for drugs and nudity. Well said, Pete. Well said. If you'd like to hear more geographically stimulating stories like these, give me a follow somewhere, one of these of your favorite places down yonder. Why?